This is a major warning for all cryptocurrency holders. I found an indicator that shows the crash is not going to reverse anytime soon. If anything, we're going to go further down. Let me show you. This is the recession search term on Google. This is the amount of times people type in the word recession on Google. And as you can see, we have a couple of spikes. It just so happens to be, this is a great indicator to see market turndowns. And right now we are seeing a major spike. The chart that you are looking at here is the federal funds rate, Google searches for recession, and the S&P 500. The federal funds rate is the interest rate policy or the cost of borrowing money. The Google search for recession, we just talked about it, and the S&P 500 is pretty much all stocks. So I'm comparing the dynamic of the three, and you can see we have periods of time where we see recession spiking, we see the market falling in green, and we see the federal funds rate moving either down or up. So I looked at this relation on a chart and we get something very predictable. So what you're looking at here is the S&P 500, which is a risk on asset, just like crypto. When this chart goes up, so does crypto. They're pretty much 95% identical. And the reason I'm looking at this is because it shows the recession indicator. So I plotted the peak recession search term. And as you can see right here, this called the major fall of the market right here. This is major, this is catastrophic. It's huge. For the stock market and the S&P 500 to drop 57% is absurd. And this just happens to be, you guessed it, the 2008 housing market crash. So the recession search term literally predicted that. Now we had a second peak right here, which was in the middle, but if you sold on that second one, you still would have saved like 42%. So that's pretty good. If we come over here, this is COVID, we actually had an indicator way over here, which is interesting because that pretty much predicted this major fall again around COVID, right? 35% drop. That's really interesting. Now, as you can see right here, there was a recession search term peak right at the exact candlestick of the COVID drop. I believe that one was the bottom of COVID because everybody was freaking out about what was going on with the stock market. So they started typing in recession. So that wasn't a good indicator. But if you look at the last time we had a peak, again, another great indicator that would have saved you a lot of money if you followed the peak. It would have saved you 18%. So in general, this search term is really good. And it just so happens to be that right now, the search term for recession is peaking on Google. When the recession search term on Google starts moving, you need to pay attention. Throughout history, this has been a great indicator to figure out when the market's gonna fall. Combine that with all the other research I've been recently making in my videos, and it's pretty clear that the market's gonna fall. Pay attention.